My parents demanded I sell my condo to fund my brother's life. When I refused, they made him CFO of their fake company and he listed it on LinkedIn. Hi everyone. Today's story will blow your mind, but really quick, if you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button. Channel's been a bit quiet lately, and your support keeps it all going. Let's jump in. First post, r/am is asshole. I, 26M, cannot believe I'm even writing this, but I need some perspective because my family is making me feel like I'm living in an alternate reality. I bought my condo 2 years ago after working my ass off since college. I'm a software engineer, and I lived like a monk for 3 years, ramen noodles, no vacations, driving a 15-year-old Honda Civic that sounds like a dying whale. I saved every penny for a down payment because I wanted something that was mine. My condo isn't fancy, but it's in a decent area, close to work, and most importantly, it's mine. Last Sunday, my parents invited me over for what I thought was a regular family dinner. My younger brother Tyler, 20M, was there, which should have been my first red flag since he usually only shows up when he needs something. We're eating mom's pot roast when dad clears his throat in that way that means he's about to make some kind of announcement. James, we need to discuss Tyler's future, he starts. I'm thinking okay, maybe they want me to talk to him about career options or something. I was so wrong. Mom jumps in, Tyler's been accepted to State University for their business program. It's a wonderful opportunity. That's great, I say, genuinely happy for him. Tyler's always been the golden child, but he's my brother and I want him to succeed. The thing is, Dad continues, tuition is more expensive than we anticipated. And Tyler needs reliable transportation to get to campus. I'm nodding along, waiting for them to get to the point. Maybe they want me to co-sign a car loan or something. We've been looking at the numbers, Mom says, pulling out an actual spreadsheet. If you sell your condo, after paying off your mortgage, you should clear about $80,000. That would cover Tyler's tuition for all 4 years plus a decent car. I literally laughed. I thought they were joking. The looks on their faces told me they weren't. You want me to sell my home to pay for Tyler's college? I asked, still not quite believing what I was hearing. It's not just college, Dad said, like that made it better. It's an investment in your brother's future. Family investments are more important than personal property. Tyler, by the way, just sat there eating his green beans like this was a perfectly normal conversation. I'm not selling my condo, I said. Don't be selfish, Mom snapped. Tyler doesn't have the same opportunities you had. You got scholarships. You have a good job. He needs this. Here's the thing. Yes, I got scholarships, because I studied my ass off in high school while Tyler was playing video games. Yes, I have a good job, because I chose a practical major and did 3 internships. Tyler. He took a gap year to find himself, translation, sleep until noon and work part-time at GameStop. Tyler can take out student loans like everyone else, I said. Or go to community college for 2 years first. Or, novel idea, get a job. With what car? Dad demanded. How's he supposed to get to work without reliable transportation? The same way I did, public transportation and saving up for a beater. That's different, Mom said. You were always more independent. Translation, we never helped you, so why should we help Tyler? The dinner devolved from there. Mom cried. Dad called me selfish and said I was abandoning family values. Tyler finally spoke up to say I was being kind of a dick about it, and that it's not like you can't just buy another place later. I left. They've been blowing up my phone ever since. Mom sent me Bible verses about helping family. Dad sent me articles about how property ownership is overrated for millennials. Tyler sent me Zillow listings for other condos, presumably for after I sell mine and fund his life. My girlfriend thinks they're insane. My best friend laughed for a solid 5 minutes when I told him. But now my extended family is getting involved. My aunt called to say I should think about Tyler's future. My grandmother is disappointed in my selfishness. Am I actually being selfish here? I worked hard for what I have, but they're making me feel like a monster for not liquidating my biggest asset to fund my brother's education and transportation. Edit. Since people are asking, no, my parents didn't pay for my college. They said they couldn't afford it, which is why I worked so hard for scholarships. Tyler's grades aren't good enough for merit scholarships. Also, my parents aren't poor, they're middle class. They have retirement savings but don't want to touch it for Tyler's education because that's their future security. Update 1. Posted 5 days later. Holy shit, I didn't expect my post to blow up like this. Thank you to everyone who confirmed I'm not living in crazy town. I have an update, and it's Well, you'll see. After reading all your comments, I felt validated in my decision. I texted my family group chat, mistake number 1, and said clearly, I am not selling my condo. This discussion is closed. Tyler can figure out college like millions of other students do every year. The responses were immediate. Mom, we'll discuss this as a family. Come to dinner Sunday. Me, there's nothing to discuss. I'm not coming to dinner. Dad, stop being childish. Family supports family. Tyler, bro, why are you being like this? I muted the chat and figured that was the end of it. I was wrong. On Tuesday, I get a call from Tyler. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity got the better of me. Hey man, he starts, casual as anything. I need your input on something. If this is about the condo dash. No, he interrupts. I just need help picking a car. I'm between the Mazda CX-5 and the Honda CR-V. You know cars better than me. I'm speechless for a moment. Tyler, what are you talking about? For when you sell the condo. I figured I should start looking now, so I'm ready. The Mazda has better features, but the Honda has better resale value. Mom thinks I should get the Honda, but I really like the Mazda's red color. Tyler, I say slowly, I'm not selling my condo. Long pause. But Mom and Dad said you agreed to think about it. No, I said the discussion is closed because I'm not selling. Oh. Another pause. Well, can you at least help me look? I made appointments at 3 dealerships this weekend. Tyler, you can't afford a car. Right, but I will when you dash. I hung up. An hour later, my phone rings. It's a number I don't recognize, but it's local, so I answer. Hello, is this James Peterson? Yes. Hi. This is Amanda from University Motors Honda. I'm calling to confirm Tyler Peterson's appointment this Saturday at 2 p.m. He mentioned you might be joining him as the financial backer. I take a deep breath. Cancel the appointment. There's been a misunderstanding. Oh, okay. Should I reschedule for a different time? No. Cancel it entirely. Tyler won't be purchasing a vehicle. I had to do this 2 more times with different dealerships. Then the real kicker, Thursday night, I get an email. From Tyler's school email account. The subject line, Business Proposal, Peterson Family Investment Partnership. I shit you not, this kid wrote up a whole-ass PowerPoint presentation. Slide 1, Why James Should Liquidate Non-Performing Assets for Family Growth. Some highlights from this masterpiece. A graph showing how my condo appreciation, 3% annually, is less than his projected post-graduation salary growth, which he estimates at 15% annually because business majors are in high demand. A pie chart of family resource allocation, showing that I currently control 67% of the Peterson children net worth. A timeline showing how he'll pay me back starting in 2029, with no interest, naturally. A photos of the cars he's considering with pros/cons lists. A slide titled Emotional ROI, with pictures of our family at various events, implying I'm destroying our family cohesion. The last slide. Next steps. James contacts realtor by Friday, November 8th. That's tomorrow, by the way. I forwarded the entire thing to my girlfriend and she called me immediately, laughing so hard she couldn't breathe. He made a PowerPoint. But here's where it gets worse. I check Instagram later that night and Tyler has posted a story. It's him at the Honda dealership, sitting in a CR-V, with the caption, Manifesting my new ride automobile sparkles, #newbeginnings, #collegebound. His friend comments, Thought you were broke, oh. Tyler's response, Not for long, winking face family comes through. I screenshot everything. Then, because I'm petty, I commented, Hope you're manifesting a job too since I'm not selling my condo, thumbs up. He deleted the whole post within minutes. My phone immediately blows up. Mom calling, Dad calling, Tyler texting, WTF bro. I don't answer any of them. Instead, I go to my building's management office and add an extra security measure. Anyone claiming to be a realtor needs written authorization from me to access my unit. Why? Because I wouldn't put it past my family to schedule viewings without my knowledge. My girlfriend thinks I should go no contact. My best friend thinks I should send Tyler a PowerPoint about why he should get a job. I'm leaning towards both. I'll update again after this weekend because Mom texted saying we need an emergency family meeting on Sunday. I'm not going, but I'm sure I'll hear about it. Edit. For everyone asking, yes, this is real. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. Also, several people pointed out that Tyler probably had AI help with the PowerPoint, which, yeah, that tracks. The emotional ROI slide was definitely AI generated. Update 2, posted 3 weeks later. I know you've all been waiting for this update. Buckle up because my family has officially lost their collective minds. So I didn't go to the emergency family meeting as promised. Instead, I spent Sunday at my girlfriend Sarah's place, phones on silent, watching Netflix and trying to forget my family exists. Around 6 p.m., I check my phone. 47 missed calls, 82 texts, and 15 emails. The emails were the best part. Tyler had sent another PowerPoint. This one was titled Addressing James's Concerns, a Revised Proposal. It included a risk mitigation slide about how he could work part-time, 10 hours per week max because studies come first. A comparison of my condo's square footage to optimal bachelor living spaces, suggesting I don't need that much room. Testimonials from his friends about what a solid investment he is. A fucking amortization schedule for his proposed repayment plan, starting in 2030 now, how generous. But the crown jewel? Mom had sent her own PowerPoint. I can't make this up. The Peterson Family Legacy, Building Generational Success Through Sacrifice. It included photos of ancestors who helped each other, including my great-grandfather who apparently let his brother live with him for free during the Depression. The not-so-subtle subtext, I'm breaking a sacred family tradition. Dad just sent one long email with the subject line, disappointed, detailing how he and Mom sacrificed for us, news to me, and how my material attachment to property over family was not how we raised you. I ignored all of it until Tuesday when I get a call from an unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. Hi James, this is Rachel Chen from Chen Realty. Your mother, Patricia Peterson, reached out about listing your condo. I'd love to schedule a walkthrough at your earliest convenience. Please call me back at... I lost. I called Mom immediately. She answered on the first ring with a cheerful, "Oh, James. Ready to talk. Did you contact a realtor about MY property?" I was just getting information, sweetheart. Rachel is excellent. She sold the Johnson's place for above asking. Mom, this is insane. You can't sell MY condo. I'm not selling it. I'm just exploring options for when you come to your senses. I'm calling Rachel back and telling her you're delusional. James Matthew Peterson, don't you dare embarrass me. I did it anyway. Rachel was mortified when I explained the situation and promised to blacklist my parents from her agency. Thursday rolls around and I get a text from my cousin Emma. Dude, your mom just posted in the family Facebook group asking for realtor recommendations. What is happening? I check Facebook for the first time in months. Sure enough, there's my mom in the Peterson Family Updates group, 98 members, including great-aunts I've met twice. Does anyone have a good realtor in James's area? We're helping him downsize to fund Tyler's education. So proud of him for putting family first. House Red Heart. The comments are a mix of recommendations and praise for my selflessness. My great-aunt Martha wrote, so wonderful to see the young generation carrying on family values. I commented, I am not selling my condo. Mom is lying. Mom deleted my comment within minutes. I posted my own status. For any family members who've been misled, I am not selling my home to fund Tyler's education. This is not happening. Please stop congratulating me for a fictional sacrifice. The family group exploded. Comments ranged from every family has disagreements, to James, think about your brother's future, to this should be discussed privately, not on Facebook. Then Tyler made everything worse. He posted, guess I'll just flip burgers forever since my own brother doesn't care if I succeed, pensive face. His friends rallied around him. That's fucked up, bro. Family should support each other. Don't worry, T, you'll make it anyway. I responded, McDonald's is hiring. They have tuition assistance. Mom called me screaming about airing family business and humiliating Tyler. Dad texted saying I was being deliberately cruel and that this vindictiveness isn't like you. But here's the best part. Remember how I screenshotted Tyler's Instagram about car shopping? Well, my petty ass made a little collage. Tyler's manifesting my new ride post, his dealership selfies, the PowerPoint slides about which car to buy, and a screenshot of State University's website showing that their business program costs $12,000 per year for in-state tuition. I posted it to my Instagram story with the caption, when your brother makes PowerPoints about spending your house money on a car before even applying for financial aid house automobile books. Tyler blocked me on everything within an hour. Mom called crying about how I'm twisting the situation. Dad sent a long text about public humiliation and how I've crossed a line. Sarah thinks I went too far with the Instagram post. Maybe I did. But I'm so tired of them acting like I'm the villain for not liquidating my biggest asset for a kid who hasn't even tried to help himself. Oh, and the universe has a sense of humor. Yesterday I got a raise at work. A significant one. Did I tell my family? Hell no. That information would probably spawn another PowerPoint about how I can now afford to help Tyler and keep my condo. Next week is Thanksgiving. Mom texted asking if I'm coming. I said no. She said, "Don't let your pride ruin family holidays." I responded, "Don't let your entitlement ruin family relationships." She hasn't responded. I'll update again after Thanksgiving because I'm sure there will be fallout for me not attending. My plan is to have a nice dinner with Sarah's family, who are normal people who don't expect their children to sell property for each other. Edit. Since people keep asking, yes, Tyler knows about loans and financial aid. He just doesn't want them because debt is stressful. The irony of him expecting me to take on the stress of losing my home seems lost on him. Final update, posted 3 months after original. This will be my final update because I'm exhausted and need to move on with my life. But you all deserve to know how this shitshow ended. So I skipped Thanksgiving as promised. Had a lovely dinner with Sarah's family where no one asked me to sell major assets. My phone was blowing up the entire time with guilt trip texts. Mom sent a photo of my empty chair at the table with the caption, "Missing you, broken heart." Tyler sent, "Thanks for ruining Thanksgiving." Dad just sent, "This is what you wanted?" No, Dad. What I wanted was to eat turkey without being treated like an ATM. December was relatively quiet. I thought maybe they'd finally accepted reality. Silly me. 2 weeks before Christmas, Mom calls from a number I don't recognize. She'd started borrowing people's phones since I was screening her calls. I answer thinking it's work-related. "James, don't hang up." I sigh. "What now, Mom?" "We're having a family business meeting on Saturday. You need to be there." "Family business meeting?" "Yes. Dad and I have formed an LLC, Peterson Family Investments. We need to discuss your role." I laugh. I couldn't help it. My role in your imaginary company? It's not imaginary. We filed the paperwork. Tyler is CFO. Chief Financial Officer of what? You have no money to manage. That's what the meeting is about. We're pooling family resources for strategic investments. Starting with Tyler's education. Mom, I'm not Dash. Just come to the meeting. Please. 1 hour. Against my better judgment, I agree. Sarah thinks I'm an idiot, but I'm curious about this new insanity. Saturday arrives. I show up at my parents' house to find the dining room transformed into a bootleg conference room. There's a whiteboard, printed agendas, and Tyler in a suit that's 2 sizes too big. "James." Tyler extends his hand for a handshake. "Good to see you. Please, take a seat." I shit you not, there are name placards. Dad is CEO, Mom is COO, Tyler is CFO, and my placard says, Director of Real Estate Assets. Dad starts, "Welcome to the first official meeting of Peterson Family Investments, LLC. Let's begin with old business." Mom reads from an actual meeting agenda, Item 1, Liquidation of underperforming real estate assets for reinvestment in human capital. "That's my condo," I say flatly. "We prefer to use proper business terminology," Tyler interjects, shuffling papers importantly. They proceed to present a comprehensive business plan that essentially boils down to 1. I sell my condo. 2. They use the money for Tyler's education and car. 3. Tyler becomes successful. 4. 5. Profit. When I point out the glaring logical gaps, Tyler pulls out a bound report titled Projected Returns on Peterson Investment in Tyler Peterson. Inside are graphs showing his expected salary progression, profiles of successful business graduates, and, I swear to God, a photo of Warren Buffett with the caption Future Tyler? "This is insane," I say. "This is business," Dad corrects. "Sometimes in business, we make short-term sacrifices for long-term gains." "What business experience do any of you have?" I ask. "I've been managing this household for 30 years, Mom says proudly. "I took Introduction to Business last semester," Tyler adds. "And I," Dad says, puffing up, "have been watching Shark Tank since season 1. I stand up to leave. "If you walk out, you're out of the company." Dad threatens. "I was never in your fake company." "It's not fake," Tyler yells, standing up so fast his oversized suit jacket slips off one shoulder. "We have an EIN and everything." Having a tax ID doesn't make you a real business. You're just jealous because you're not CEO. Tyler shouts. CFO, Mom corrects. Dad is CEO. Right. I'm CFO and I say we vote. All in favor of James liquidating his condo. 3 hands shoot up. Motion passes, Dad says triumphantly. That's not how any of this works. I leave amid shouting about breach of fiduciary duty and shareholder responsibilities. The next day, I get an email from Peterson at petersonfameleinvestments.com. The subject, official notice of termination. Tyler had written, due to your refusal to participate in strategic family initiatives, your position as Director of Real Estate Assets has been terminated effective immediately. Please return any company property. I respond, what company property? Tyler, the nameplate from the meeting. Me, I left it on the table. Tyler, it's missing. That's theft of company property. I blocked the email address. Christmas was interesting. I didn't go, but Mom sent me a company gift, a framed photo of the 3 of them at their board meeting with a sticky note, there's still time to rejoin the team. But here's where it gets truly unhinged. Last week, I get a LinkedIn notification. Tyler has updated his profile. Current position, Chief Financial Officer at Peterson Family Investments, LLC. His description, managing strategic family assets and investment opportunities. Specializing in education sector investments and real estate liquidation strategies. He listed his key achievement as identified $80,000 in underutilized real estate assets for potential reallocation. My condo. He's talking about my condo on LinkedIn like it's his professional accomplishment. I screenshot it and send it to the family group chat with a message. Since Tyler is so good at identifying assets, maybe he can identify a job application. Mom responds, he has a job. He's our CFO. Me, how much does that pay? Silence. The grand finale came yesterday. I get a text from Dad with a photo attached. It's a professional-looking certificate. Peterson Family Investments, LLC hereby recognizes Tyler Peterson for excellence in financial planning, Q1 2024. They're giving each other fake awards for their fake company that has no money, no assets, and no business. Tyler posted the certificate on Instagram with hashtag blessed, hashtag CFO life, hashtag family business, hashtag investment banking. His friend commented, bro, aren't you still working at GameStop? Tyler, part-time. This is my main focus now. Friend, sick. What's the salary? Tyler, it's equity-based compensation. He has no equity in anything because the company has nothing. I'm done. I'm so far beyond done. I've blocked them all on everything. I told building security not to let any of them in. I've informed local realtors about the situation in case they try to contact more. Sarah and I are looking at houses in another state. My job allows remote work, and I need distance from whatever the hell my family has become. The last text I sent to the family group before leaving it was, good luck with your company. Let me know when it goes public so I can short the stock. Tyler responded, we're actually considering an IPO for Q3 2025. I can't. I just can't. For everyone who followed this saga, thank you for confirming I'm not crazy. If you have toxic family members who expect you to fund their lives, run. Run far and fast. And whatever you do, don't give them your LinkedIn. I'll miss my family, or at least the family I thought I had before they lost their minds. But I won't miss the PowerPoints, the fake business meetings, or the constant expectation that my hard work should fund Tyler's laziness. My condo remains unsold. Tyler remains carless and enrolled in exactly 0 college courses. And somewhere in my parents' house, 3 people are probably having a board meeting about their next strategic move. God help us all. Edit. For everyone asking, no, they haven't actually done any business. The LLC is real, I checked, but it has no bank account, no revenue, no nothing. Also, Tyler's LinkedIn now lists him as CEO, because apparently he promoted himself. Dad is listed as chairman of the board. I wish I was joking. Edit 2. Just got a text from my aunt. Apparently Tyler is now selling investment consultation services to other family members. He charges $50 to review their finances and tell them how to optimize their portfolio. My cousin paid him. Tyler told her to sell her car and invest in crypto. I'm moving to another continent. Final edit. This is it. I'm out. Tyler just posted on Facebook that Peterson Family Investments is seeking series of funding. I don't have enough alcohol for this. Thank you all for following this insanity. Take care of yourselves and never ever sell your house for a family member who lists future Warren Buffett as a qualification.